Alright, so this is what the first couple swings of the day look like. So we talked about 3 body parts when I'm lined up: balls of feet, knees, armpits, and then also getting her hips just a little bit more over her ankles. Last little bit was how far to stand away from the ball. She should feel like if she lets go of her right hand, like it goes back to where it was on the club. So you can see she's a little bit too far away here. Whole lot of extra space there. That's going to cause a lot of topping the ball because she's so far away it's hard to hit the ground. Secondly, on this video over here, you can see on the way back, she's swinging back. Her weight's staying pretty much right in the middle. And then as she's getting to the top of her swing, the weight's moving back, and then it's never getting back forward. This is before we talked about weight shift. So between her being too far away from the ball and her weight being that far back, the bottom of the swing was wanting to happen like way the heck back there. And most of the miss hits to start the lesson off were like contact off the bottom of the club. In contrast, this was a swing a little while later. You see the setup has changed. She's a lot closer to the ball. I told her if you draw a line down from her chin on video, it should look like it's pretty much going through her right thumb. And then once again, if she lets go of that right hand, it should look like it's going back through the grip. Hips are just a little bit closer in line with the ankles. And then watch the weight shift on this side. So you can see the pressure's moving back, and then she's getting it to start moving back forward. It's going to be easier for her to feel like she's squishing that ball into the ground and finishing with that weight more on that front foot. Better? Alright, so set up like you're going to hit one. Remember, balls of feet, knees, armpits, hips more in line with ankles. And if you let go of this hand, so let go of this hand, it should look like it's going back to the same spot. So yours earlier was more of like you were that far away. So if you let go of that hand, you were way too far away. The further away you stand, the harder it is to hit the ground. So if you're way too far away, it's harder to hit the ground. So get back into your perfect setup. And then from there, like we talked about, so keep hanging onto the club. I'm going to walk you to the top of your swing. It's getting this left arm up through your shoulders while that right elbow's pointing more down. So this is like your perfect position at the top. Feel that?
Yeah.
And then coming back down, remember it's getting the weight to go forward and rotating back through. So aim like you're going to hit one at the TV. Like turn your chest towards you. Remember, at the very beginning of your swing, if I put a dot in the middle of your chest and a dot where your belt buckle would be, they're both going to move back about an inch. So just a little tiny bit of moving back. And then you're recentering at the top. So as you're getting to the top, you already feel like your weight's starting to move forward. And then whenever you're finishing your swing, it should look like all of your weight's finishing forward. So your bad one a while ago was it stayed very centered, and then it fell back. And then after we worked on it a little bit, you got into more like really dramatic back, and be really dramatic through. And like I said, your perfect is literally like moving an inch back, recentering, and finishing on your front foot. That just makes it easier for you to feel like you're squishing that ball on the ground. So show me a good one. That was a little too late. You have to wait to move back very early. Like, as you're right in here, your weight should feel like it's moving back, and then as you're getting to the top of your swing, you're already getting it to feel like it's moving back forward. Nice.
Like that?
Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive, but it's kind of like being able to disassociate. Like, I can turn my chest back, get my weight to go forward, and then turn my chest through, but the way you do it sometimes is more like this. Like you're just happening at the same time. Do one more time. Remember, you're moving back just a tiny amount in this direction, and then you're rotating up the top, and then you're getting your weight to go forward and rotating back through. Better. And like I said, that's probably going to be the hardest thing for you to work on, but it's probably the best thing you can set up a camera and watch yourself do. It's like I said, the first swing you made a while ago, whenever like I had you on camera over here, was trying to really stay forward, and then whenever you added speed, you were back here. So if you're trying to hit a golf ball like this, the bottom of the swing is always going to have behind the ball. So your two main misses to work on from today was too far away and weight in the wrong spot. If you get the weight in the right spot and the ball just a little bit closer to you, it should make it easier to feel like you're squishing that thing in the ground a little more. All right, give you 2 more chances at a perfect one. About. One more. Take your time, take a practice swing, get into a proper setup.
So like, I would want like here and then.
Come on, wait. What part are we
Yeah.
talking about? What were you saying?
So like, I would just move a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. And like I said, all that does is that makes it to where whenever you're shifting, remember the easiest way to move pressure is to take it off from the other place. So on the way back, it moves just a tiny bit back, and on the way through, it moves a tiny bit forward. So if I try too hard to stay centered, I'm gonna fall backwards when I swing through. So it's making the weight move slightly back, where there's less weight on that front foot, and then you're getting it to move slightly forward, so there's less weight on that back foot. And like I said, the easiest way to do that is just literally do this. You see, I'm moving pressure, but my mass isn't like going all over the place. Like I can move my pressure without doing this. Does all that stuff just make sense that we want?